Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Jane's Fighters Anthology. Yesterday we defended some Ukrainian refugees as well as defended some F-18s that were striking a Russian airbase that they just moved flankers into. So let's see what today's missions bring with our morning briefing after we admire our stats, of course.
Air operations continued with good results last night. All along the coast, Russian interceptors rose up to challenge us, and we smoked a half dozen of them before they even had their landing gear up. The Russians lost even more on the ground. We'll soon be in a position to undertake Operation Gauntlet, the ground war. We've got NATO forces setting up camp on the Polish-Ukrainian border, and carriers and Marine battalions here off the coast. Sounds like a party, huh?
Today we are taking the fight to Russian soil. The targets are some large fuel and ammo dumps located near the Rostov airbase. Ordnance is your choice. We need a fairly accurate hit to get things going. But pick something you can fire from a good distance back. When this thing goes up, we'll be able to hear it from here.
Alright, so we can definitely see that they modeled this campaign after the Gulf War, where the first phase was defending Kuwait to the best extent possible with forces immediately or near immediately available, as well as harassing their forces once they took Kuwait. And now we're moving into the Desert Storm phase, essentially, where we're going to launch a ground invasion, push the Russians out of Ukraine once and for all. So, with this attack on their soil, that should force them to keep a couple divisions back to protect their homeland, which will make taking Ukraine easier, as well as hitting their logistics for forces in the theater, which will make them it'll make it more difficult for them to maneuver and respond to us. Rostov, USS Eisenhower, CVN 69, date May 24th, local time 0430 hours, weather clear, yes. Situation, Russian MiGs operating out of southern Russia are becoming an increasing threat. The Pentagon has deemed it necessary to destroy nearby Russian air bases. Mission objective, lead the first wave of strike aircraft against a Fulcrum air base near the city of Rostov, attacking aircraft on the ground and fuel tanks. Order of battle, recommended aircraft FA-18D, recommended weapons AIM-9M, AIM-120, AGM-65G, threat suppression data, ground opposition SA-15s, air opposition, probable MiG-29s, MiG-31s, and Su-27. So we're going to be flying over the Sea of Azov. We'll be heading northeast, we'll hit Rostov, and then we should just come back to the Eisenhower. We get one wingman, and he is average again, unfortunately. Although, he has been performing pretty well. So we'll take the Hornet. We'll take... what do we want? Yeah, I think we'll stick with Mavericks, and we'll take an IR pod. We'll get to use a Slam eventually, don't worry. And, we certainly have plenty of Mavericks, so I'm not worried about that. We have plenty of just about everything, really. I'm not worried much at all about even fuel tanks. We have okay, we're running a bit low on our 250-gallon tanks, but 28 available, so that's 14 missions. We're over halfway through, and I doubt we'll have 14 missions with the Tomcat. So even these should last us the campaign. If they don't, well, we don't need them. They just make things nicer for us. Yeah, so I think we're good, and we'll fly with that. So,
Echelon formation.
We'll throw on the autopilot. Runway at Donetsk. Runway at Kranzador. No, those are what we want to hit. Rostov, there we go. And we got MiG-29s flying patrol. So they don't see us yet. And we have people behind us. I see missiles heading up. Oh, do we have a Tomcat escort? That would be pretty cool. I don't see anyone within visual range. But let's try to sneak up on this airbase as much as possible. Okay, we're 30 miles out. We see there's ground, Sam's lighting us up, but they haven't engaged us yet. I think we can stick to 25 nautical miles. We do see aircraft coming in from behind. I think they're more focused on the,
Let's finish this guy.
well, I presume are Tomcats flying escort for us.
He's at 12 o'clock high, turning right.
Should be getting to the end of the Sea of Azov. We'll throw on our IR system. They do see us now. Alright, party's over. Jammers on. Radar active. We'll fire you.
He's at 12 o'clock high.
And we'll fire you.
He's breaking up. He's at 12 o'clock high, turning left.
And our missile, or someone's missile, was good at least.
9 miles. Attack structures.
We'll leave our wingmen to attack various structures on the ground at his discretion.
9 miles.
Wow, these guys have... Looks like they took some hits already. We do...
7 miles.
There is a MiG on the runway. Let's take that guy out real quick. I think we can do that with just a strafing run. If we can get him on our targeting display here. Okay, he's returning. Nope, he's taking off, it says. Well, let's hit him with a Maverick. I don't know why he's going away from the runway.
Beautiful.
Alright, so we took out a pair of MiG-29s with that missile.
Got him.
Factory.
Taking a shot. Taking a shot.
Oh, we'll take that guy out. Oh, we only need one. These Mavericks are way more powerful than I give them credit for. I mean, I know they're a big missile, but still. They are ridiculous. So let's take out that last MiG-29 quick. We don't want him to come deal with them in the air. See, now he's heading for the runway. I don't know what he was thinking. And I don't know why that didn't totally shred him, especially since he was already damaged. I give this guy credit for not just bailing out of his aircraft now. I probably would, knowing that I don't have enough time to get up before the next pass comes in. Okay, so apparently the airfield is going to absorb all of our cannon hits.
Firing missile.
But he is just about dead.
We've got him now.
Okay.
Mission accomplished.
Mission's accomplished. Let's screw up this base even more if we can. So is that part of the airbase, that hangar there? It's certainly taking more hits than I think. It doesn't have a separate IR signature. That's interesting. Alright, how many Mavericks we have left? 2. Well, let's take out the control tower and one of these bunkers, which I'm sure hold aircraft, and probably call it a day there. And apparently they Oh, we might be too close for a good lock. If our wingman has any Mavericks left, I want him to use it on this tower. Little strafe. Fuel. We got enough. Doesn't seem like there's any immediate threats to us in the air. So we'll just go on a nice, good, long strafing run here. Certainly this run alone would probably have been enough because we just destroyed pretty much all the electronics in the tower. We killed all their air traffic controllers. You know, that glass ain't bulletproof, especially against 20mm rounds.
I'm taking a shot.
Okay, so the bunkers have taken a hit. And there we go.
Disengage. Echelon.
Disengage, go to echelon formation.
Waypoint Bravo.
Let's get the hell out of here.
97. Climb to Angel 12.
Ah, here they are. The F-14s from Sluggers. So these guys were providing top cover for us. And doing a very good job of it, too. So the SAMs are tracking us. I think they must be out of missiles or something. That or our jammers are keeping them from getting a good lock on us.
Waypoint Delta, bearing.
Drop the deck? No, let's not drop the deck. We're fine. Let's just return to the carrier group. And it should be dawn soon. Because we started this mission at 04:30. So, might be around. Woo! I think these are Tor missiles, SA-15s. Man, they got and actually it is, I believe, Russian doctrine to fire missiles in pairs like that, like what we just saw, to increase the probability of a hit. Because if you fire them a few seconds apart, you know, pilot will see the first missile, try to dodge that, and then he'll lose the energy needed to dodge the second missile, or so the doctor goes anyways. Let's switch our Hornet's navigational mode. And the carrier should be coming in any second now on the radar. There we are. Sacramento. Supply ships. And the carrier. There we go. And it looks like the F-14s might even land at the carrier, so that'll be nice. We can park next to them, buy them a beer after the mission's over, or whatever passes for a beer on a Navy carrier. I don't know if they're allowed to have alcohol or not. There is, we do have a radar threat. I think it's from the SAMs, but there are enemy aircraft hitting us with radar emissions from 50 miles out to east relative to us. Yep, the Sluggers are landing. Lower our throttle there. One's down already, the other's coming down. So it should be clear for us to go into our landing.
Inbound. Waypoint Fox.
It's going to throw us in the landing pattern first. Okay, so probably start out. We should be pretty light. I mean, we expended all our Mavericks. We're still fairly full on fuel, but we are losing. Oh no, we're still on speed.
We're almost home.
Should be getting our navigational directions soon. 5.1 nautical miles. There we go. We got to turn to the right, and we'll just stick at our current altitude for now. The F-14's parked.
Clear to land.
And we have clearance to land. Excellent.
Wind at 1/4 knot. Higher. 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 Steady.
Okay, see, now they want us to go down.
3 miles. Steady. Too much bank. Lower. 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 2 miles. Lower. 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 Steady. Call the ball. Higher. 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 On the ball. Lower. 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 Lower.
Fair landing. I think we're getting better at using our throttle to control our altitude instead of always being, low, 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 afterburner, low, 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 or brake, low, 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 something like that. Probably should have cut it out a little bit earlier, but we still had a fair landing. So now our wingman should come in for his landing. And he was way out there in the pattern. But here it comes now. Oh, so even these guys are perfectly aligned, it looks like. It's interesting. Right for where we parked. Damn it, wingman. I'd move over if I thought I could do it without killing myself. Debrief, USS Eisenhower, CVN 69, date May 24th, mission Rostov, resolution success. Great work smashing those MiGs and their fuel supplies. That should put the base out of business for a few hours. Our bombers operating out of Turkey will appreciate your handiwork. Outcome success, we destroyed the 8 targets. Elapsed time 40 minutes. We had a landing rate of 50%. Wingman had a landing rate of 43%. No damage between us. We killed 4 MiG-29s, most of them on the ground. We destroyed 1 structure that was the factory. Our wingman took out 5, which includes a control tower and fuel tanks and bunkers. A quarter of our air-to-ground of our Mavericks failed. 1 of our AMRAAMs hit, 1 failed. 4% hit percentage on the gun. That's not terrible. Well, it is, but... So we'll do maintenance on the Hornet, and that's it for this mission. So let's see how we support the efforts to prepare for the invasion in our next episode. So stay tuned, and we'll see you then.